Are ENFPs promiscuous? Is it true that ENFPs are promiscuous? It's hard to say because there is no one answer that fits all. Some people might think that an ENFP will only have sex with someone they love deeply, while others might believe that an ENFP can't stop themselves from sleeping around like a bunny rabbit. This video will examine the stereotypical image that ENFPs are promiscuous to find what is in fact true and what is false. Let's begin. Commitment requires novelty and originality. ENFPs are known for their creativity and spontaneity, but when it comes to commitment, they can be quite fearful. ENFPs are not afraid of taking risks, but they do fear losing themselves in relationships, or making commitments that will force them to conform or limit their growth. They fear that they will get bored with the relationship. While outsiders might see this need for novelty as a sign of flightiness or lack of interest in others, rest assured these feelings go far deeper than just surface level. When someone does manage to catch an ENFP's attention, their minds begin imagining the exciting possibilities that can come from having that person in their lives. And when those possibilities fail to materialize, they start to feel like that person may not be right for them. ENFPs are all about novelty and future thinking. When they feel that their future is hindered or limited because their partner is too conservative or traditionalist, they'll start looking for new adventures and connections. Not only in the physical real world, but at an intellectual level as well. ENFPs just don't like to stagnate, they need to be challenged and be able to engage with the metaphysical and stranger, more creative part of their mind. Most of their relationships start really well when their hormones are engaged and the physical aspect is being satisfied. But as the relationship progresses, if the other person doesn't meet the depth criteria that ENFPs are really after, the relationship starts to dwindle, become stale, and ultimately end. For this reason, ENFPs tend to explore a number of relationships until they find someone who can meet both their enthusiasm for life, and is also capable of diving deep into meaningful conversations. ENFPs need depth. ENFPs need partners who enjoy diving deep into meaningful conversations, because they enjoy learning about other people's perspectives and experiences. Not satisfying their need for a true connection causes the ENFP to feel unsatisfied and unfulfilled in their relationship. The ENFP needs a partner who is supportive of their interests and goals. Their partners should be willing to support them in pursuing future endeavors, without any judgments or accusations. They respect those who are unique, open-minded, and passionate about personal development, because they understand all too well the struggles of being misunderstood by society. People with this personality type dislike shallow or judgmental personalities that can't see beyond what's below the surface of a person. When an ENFP is interested in someone romantically, they will show interest through listening intently when other people speak about themselves, as well as initiating conversation on topics that pique their interest. This behavior helps them get a better understanding of how another person thinks, which could potentially deepen their connection later on down the road, allowing for things to progress into something more serious. This is yet another requisite that ENFPs can only determine after knowing the other person better. Oftentimes they may start relationships solely to explore the possibility of a deeper connection. ENFPs need people who are open-minded and accepting. ENFPs need people who are open-minded and accepting because they know they are complex people, so they look for someone who can fully understand them. They want a partner that they can connect with on an intimate level emotionally, spiritually as well as intellectually. They have wild imaginations, so being open-minded is essential for the ENFP to feel accepted, because their way of seeing things will be different than most other people's perspectives. Being able to communicate effectively with each other is also extremely important for ENFP personalities, because understanding must be mutual or there cannot truly be any form of connection at all. NE, or extroverted intuition, which is their primary way of interacting with the world, is a curious function. It's a function that entertains many angles and sides. There is an inherent need with high NE users to look for novelty, to look for ways to connect the many dots they see in their heads. They are also part of the starter types, and that means they are people who like to start things, ask questions, interact with others, not as good at finishing them though. Combining NE with their starter tendencies makes them very prone to action. This is not to be confused with approaching others, which ENFPs generally don't like. Instead, they prefer to make themselves look approachable and have others approach them. It's sort of a defense mechanism they use to vet people and avoid being rejected. But when someone shows interest, they start their probing process. They strive to relate to other individuals. Their intent is to create an intimate bond between themselves and another person. Conclusion? ENFPs need someone who is deep, open-minded, accepting, supportive, novel, and original, and that is extremely hard to find in one single person. So they keep connecting with people, in hopes to find the perfect match, and that might be why and how their reputation of being promiscuous came to be. When in fact, if you pull the curtain and explore in more detail why they do it, you easily realize that they are looking for something much deeper. That is not to say that some unhealthy ENFPs don't use their charm with a lesser intent, but in a general sense, they are looking for a kindred spirit, just like the rest of us.
If you liked the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. That will allow us to keep making more videos like this. For more related content, please click on one of the suggested videos. Thank you for watching.